Good evening, this is Matt Rhodes and I'm joined by the Matlock Town manager Paul Phillips. Philo, really disappointing night tonight, 5-2 defeat to Coleshill Town. What went wrong tonight? It seemed to be that the defence was uncharacteristically poor. Just what do you think brought that on?
I think everything that we've done well over the last 8-10 weeks, we couldn't have done it any worse tonight if we just tried. I think we was poor in possession, stable at the back, there was no stability. We played as individuals. We just didn't turn up. We didn't turn up, and I've just said to the lads, I'm not going to shout them. I'm not going to shout them because I can see the disappointment in there. But for me, they've let the club down. They've let me down, and bigger thing is they've let themselves down. We're not going to get a competitive football game now. Listen, the best team won tonight. I'm not going to go away from that. You can tell by the scoreline. They won't score goals like they've scored tonight for a long while, but we've given that opportunity to score. Thought we didn't start well from the first minute to the 45th. And we've let the club down. We've let the club down as much as everyone was proud of us when we came back at Colville. Tonight we have let them down, and it's a shame because no one means to do it in there. They're all hurting. But I apologise to the spectators. Obviously they couldn't be here tonight. I apologise to the board because it's a massive financial implications. The bigger problem we've got now is that we're not going to have a chance to bounce back on Saturday or Tuesday. We don't know when that's going to be. So that's another problem that we're going to have to face now.
What do you think happened in terms of going into the match? Because it just seemed like, with the defence in particular, because with the results before and the reason why you're doing well in the league at the moment, it's being based on this really strong defence, but it seemed to be really vulnerable tonight. Do you think it was a bit of complacency, or I'm not sure?
It wasn't complacency. Like I said, we played as individuals. We played as a solid unit. Been hard to beat. Tonight, people did total opposite what we have been good at, and don't want to sound like a broken record, but that's what I've just said in there. We can't expect to come to places like this, turn up, show our face, and them to roll over and let them tickle the belly. It doesn't happen. And again, people look at us and go, we've got to pick ourselves up. But the backbone is, we don't just look at defence. Sean's been really good. I felt so tonight. I thought we just didn't, collectively, we didn't win enough headers, we didn't win enough second balls, the ball didn't hold up, it kept coming back, and they did us. They did us twice on the counter attack. 3 times we give the ball away and gifted them goals. Sometimes, honestly, it's criminal how the goals have gone in tonight, but again, they've scored probably 2 or 3 really, really good goals, but we've given that opportunity. And I've said the only good thing we've got to go now is we work on stuff, we get back in Thursday, we've got to bounce back. It's a real blow. I felt like we had a great opportunity to progress, keep competitive football going at the club, get a bit of financial help with obviously the money coming through the obviously the financial rewards from the FA, but it's not to be. But again, last year when I lost games like I did, and it felt a little bit like last year when players were like playing as individuals. Tonight I go in that dressing room and I can see the hurt, I can see what it means, and I know that there will be a response to this, and there's got to be a response.
I remember, as the lights go off here, remember how disappointed. Remember how disappointed you were after the Bamber Bridge game. But would you say this is, including last season as well, for the short time you were at the club, would you say this is the most disappointing performance you've seen from Matlock since you've been in charge? Like
I say, the Bamber. Let's listen to the other game we've lost. I'm not going to go on a Guiseley because that was out of our hands. But the Bamber Bridge one, we lost, but we still defended well. We'd never looked like scoring, but we defended well. Key moments went against us against Bamber Bridge. That's the last game we lost. Tonight we didn't defend well. Midfield didn't win the second ball, like I say. And tonight the biggest thing is that collectively, I can't name a Ross Hanna worked his socks off, and I feel sorry for him. He's come in and he worked his socks off. Apart from that, 1 to 10 was miles off it. But I said, this group is hurting. It's hurting, and last year you could go on about it. We had to do a job last year, and this year this is my team. I can tell that. I'm not much to blame. Listen, I put that team out tonight. I'm not going to shirk the responsibility. So for me, it's about going in there, looking in the faces, and making sure then now you know what it is. Defeat is last time we've lost. I think we went on a 6-game run where we got undefeated. We've got to do that now. Whether that be 26th of December, when it'll be the 19th of December, whenever that be, we've just got to make sure we're ready. But again, I don't want to sound. I apologise to the spectators. Sorry they couldn't be here tonight. In some ways, because again, they probably would have vented their anger, which they're allowed to. But the lads are hurting just as much as them. And like I say, we will put it right because we've got a good group.
And just lastly, obviously it was great to see Ross Hanna back in a competitive game again for the Gladiators. Whenever Matlock do play again, obviously we're not entirely sure when that will be, but and obviously Liam Hughes will be back from suspension by then. When we go back to competitive games, will you be looking to link up the two to play two up front with them both?
Yeah, I think Craig King did well tonight. Ross Hanna's done well. It's not. We can't just blame for not having you. We went to Coleshill Town in the top of the league above who we played tonight, and we beat them. So let's not look at players that we wasn't here tonight. The bigger picture is Hughes is a massive part of what we do. He gives us another string in our bow. Yeah. But that's not why we've lost tonight. That's not why we've lost. I think we've seen on Saturday when Ross and Liam play together that they are a good combination, as other people are. And I'm not going to lie, we've missed him. But the bigger picture tonight was that we've lost to a team a league below because they wanted it more, because they fought more, there was a bit more streetwise, and they took the chances. And again, it's about us now. We've got to put it right. I think we've got one competition to play for now, the league. We've got to go and try and get out of this league, and we're good enough to do that. We can't have many more performances like we did tonight, but I'm pretty sure we can't play as bad as we did again as individuals tonight, and we will be working on that to put that right on Thursday evening.
Okay, our lines tonight, Philo, and hopefully we'll see Matlock in action again sooner rather than later.
Thank you, Matt.